Big Bad
Hey all, my name is
John.
John Mitchell. I'm a certified financial coach. The purpose of this video and this channel is to teach you how to master the personal finance basics. In today's video, we're going to be discussing taxes for beginners. If we're going to best understand taxes, we probably need to know what a tax is. So a tax is a fee or charge imposed by a government, or could have been a kingdom way back when, onto its people in order to, I think a best interpretation is to pool resources together to pay for public projects that are intent on benefiting the whole public. The question we need to ask ourselves is, why do we pay taxes? As you can see in front of you now, I have a little tax information sheet from the IRS. This and many other links that I'll be using later on this video will be in the description down below for you to check out for your reference in the future. But essentially, in the United States Constitution, Article 1, Section 8, the Clause 1 states that the Congress shall have the power to lay and collect taxes, duties, imposts, and excises to pay the debts and provide for the common defense and general welfare of the United States. Within, or later on down the road in United States history, the 16th Amendment to the Constitution said that the Congress shall have the power to lay and collect taxes on income from whatever source derived, without apportionment among the several states, and without regard to any census or enumeration. So, in a gist, that means that the government, the United States government, by constitutional law, has the authority to impose taxes on the United States population. And then the 16th Amendment made it legal to tax income. So before this, income wasn't really taxed. I think there was one time in the Civil War that income was taxed, and then it went away, and then it came back again and hasn't left since it came back. The other reason why we pay taxes is because the United States government, and therefore the people, because the people, provide the government and all that good stuff, we have debts to pay and things to pay out. So we have things like Social Security, National Defense, Medicare, health, income security, net interest on debts, veterans benefits, education, transportation, and many other things that we pay. So all of you can see the income here for the government, a rough idea of where this comes from. I'm not gonna lie, these pie charts are like total crap. I mean, there's no like total value for this, and there's no percentages. I'm not gonna lie, IRS, this product sucks. Just in my opinion. But either way, we can see where the income comes from. I wanted to dive in a little more on this to give you a better idea of some of these things. So I went to the federal spending on the Treasury website, the U.S. Treasury website, and we can see some year-to-date since October 25, how much the U.S. government has spent. And if we scroll down a little further, we can see a little overview of federal spending. So we can see some actual percentages finally. Thank you, Treasury. We have Social Security, some net interest, health, Medicare, national defense, income security, veteran benefits and services, education, training, employment and social services, transportation, administration of justice, and other. Like and subscribe to this video as it helps me see what content you all like and want to see in the future. Now that we know what these taxes are supposed to be going to, we can look at who collects taxes. Most people out there, at least in the United States, are very familiar with the federal government collecting taxes. Everyone's very familiar with filing tax, or you should be familiar with filing taxes every year, and that's typically most associated with the federal government. Well, there are also state taxes, and depending on the state you live in, you may or may not have an income tax, or there may be taxes on other things in that state. In addition to that, there could be county or local taxes you have to pay as well. A couple good examples would be you actually pay taxes on goods and services. Get a receipt, like a hard copy receipt, the next time you go out to eat or buy something from the store. You'll actually see that there are local taxes applied to your purchase. Now that we understand who collects taxes, the next question we need to ask ourselves is, how do we pay these people the taxes that we owe by law? And I have up the IRS website, and you can see this little page here. We talked about checking to need if you need to refile a tax return. It explains who must file one. Usually it's U.S. citizens or permanent residents who make income within the country or state in which you reside. And then it shows, what would require you to file taxes based on income here, and some different age things, and then dependents as well. We'll focus for my military crowds, and this is mostly for y'all out there. If you click on the military tab, we can also see here a couple different ways we can pay taxes. Fun enough, there's MilTax, which is a Department of Defense program that generally offers free tax return preparation and e-filing software for all military members and some veterans with no income limit. So there's another great way for y'all in the military to file taxes for free. Now the big question is, when do we file these taxes by? Pause the video real quick if you know the answer and leave a comment for it down below. All right, now that you've unpaused, the answer is on April 15th every year. That's when federal taxes are due. Now, state taxes depend on the state, so please use whatever search engine or AI tool that you need to use to figure out when to pay your state taxes. A little add-on here, because I forgot to mention it. Usually, when you're e-filing your federal taxes, usually you can tack on your state taxes to that as well and kind of knock two birds with one stone. Usually, that's the easiest way to do it, but if you wanted, you could file separately for your state by whatever your state due date is. The last big questions we're going to address today are what happens if you don't file, or what happens if you don't have the money you need to pay your taxes for that tax year. So jumping into the failure to pay your taxes penalty. So in this assumption, you filed them, you just don't have the money you need to pay your total amount due to, in this case, the federal government, but it could be a state or local government as well. So they have a couple different things here on the IRS website. You can see how do you know if you owe the penalty. They'll send you a letter, and this is how they calculate the penalty. The biggest thing here to know is that the failure to pay penalty is 0.5% of the unpaid taxes for each month, or part of a month until the tax remains unpaid. The penalty, though, the total penalty for just that tax year will not exceed 25% of your unpaid taxes. Moving over to the failure to file penalty, I couldn't find it, but I believe this is the more dicey option if you happen to be there. So the penalty for the failure to file is 5% of the taxes due, with a maximum of 25%. And then they calculate the failure to file penalty in the way they've described here, based on the number of days late. And these are the current minimum penalties, decreasing the later or the earlier in years you go from now. I couldn't find it on the IRS website, and please fact check me because I don't know the exact answer. I believe failure to file taxes is actually a felony, not necessarily failure to pay. The beauty with that one is usually you can set up a payment plan of some kind with the IRS to get those back taxes paid in a time frame that's reasonable to them and you, with payments that hopefully will fit into your budget. But if you don't file taxes, I do believe you run the risk of going to jail. I couldn't find it on the IRS website itself, but look into that a little bit more because I do believe that is a possibility. I hope you got something out of today's video. This is one of many in a new tax series we're starting. I'm not going to have a new video for this series every week. It's going to kind of build on it for the rest of this year. And then by tax time next year, you'll have a whole series to watch on understanding taxes, understanding the different kinds of forms you need to file in the future, or now, or what you might need in the future. Because the better you understand paying your taxes, the better you can understand what you owe and what is owed to you by the government, federal or state or local, based on what taxes you've already paid. If you're looking for a financial coach to help you better understand taxes today, sign up for a free appointment with the link in the description or in the comment section down below. I love each and every one of you, and I'll see y'all in the next video.